Buenas noches, Coco.
Buenas noches. In 2011, Zamboanga Peninsula had a weak year, but last year, the Zamboanga Peninsula as a region was one of the fastest growing regions in the country. Where did that come from, and how is Zamboanga's economy going to be affected by this crisis, Mr. Sullivan?
Yeah, that's correct, Coco. In fact, it is attributable to the big contribution of the industrial sector coming from Zamboanga City. Coming from the 11 canning industries as well as the 16 fishing industry. And it's even one of the highest in the country.
And there was a very strong growth across the peninsula, across the region last year. Have you or has the government been able to pinpoint where that came from? And then what is going to happen to the economy, you think, because of this crisis?
Yes, those were coming from the six champion products of the region. Basically, rubber, carrageenan, copra, the mining, as well as the canning industry.
Let me interrupt you, Mr. Sullivan. We're showing a map right now of the Philippines, and the areas marked in green, dark green, those are the fastest growing regions in the country. As you can see, Zamboanga Peninsula is one of those. So you were saying that
Yes,
the list includes mining.
Yes, yes.
Now, what do you think will the...
Because TBI is located in Zamboanga del Norte. It's in Chocon.
TVI Resources.
Yes,
Right.
that's correct.
Okay, now what do you think is going to be the effect of this crisis on the economy and on investment in Zamboanga in the next months, if not years?
Well, for one, Zamboanga City contributed the biggest in terms of the regional gross domestic product. And considering that Zamboanga City is the capital of the sardines in the Philippines and producing around 80% of the total supply in the country, as well as the strategic importance of the Zamboanga City port to the ASEAN integration in 2015 and to the BIMP Yaga, as well as its importance to the supply chain to the Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. This, this really is a big blow to all of these efforts that we are trying to build in terms of creating a hub of investments as well as economic growth for the region that will contribute to the macro fundamentals of the country.
But over the last 30 or 40 years, there have been many conflicts
Yan, discontinue
in
ata?
and
I don't
obviously
know.
we know that after a while there's going to be peace again. What will it take, or how long would be needed to recover from this crisis if people know that once this issue is settled, they're going to have at least, I'm sorry to say, at least several years of peace?
Well, for one, even with all these peace and security concerns, we were
Sullivan?
able to attract 11 canning factories in Zamboanga City because there is money to be made here. And they are entrepreneurs and they see the potentials of Zamboanga City. And as I previously told you, the fortune favors the bold. And we will hit the ground running just right after the standoff will be sold.
Ms. Teresita Luis Sebastian, we were talking there about with Mr. Sullivan about trade. There's a lot of trade, of course, from that region, whether barter or otherwise, with other places in Mindanao and the Philippines, and also neighboring countries. How badly has that been affected, do you think?
For now, Coco, because of the limited transportation, no shipping as well as airlines, those companies or trade and industries that are dependent on the transportation, especially shipping and the air services, are badly hit. But personally, I feel if government will be able to solve this problem, if government will be able to put up a credible security plan in place, investors' confidence, both local, will improve. For as long as there is no peace in this city, it will be a difficult journey to get more investors to come, even keeping our own investors here. But we are confident that government is not going to allow this to happen. I
that's-
think the presence of our president is proof of that.
You said a great phrase there, a credible security plan. Let me ask both of you, what would constitute a credible security plan that would ensure that the Zamboanga economy can continue to grow at the kind of pace it did last year? Mr. Soliven and Teresita.
Yeah. A credible security plan would be a multidimensional, multi-sectoral involvement of the stakeholders in the city. So we need to come up with a paradigm shift wherein we have to do it on a whole of the city approach. We have to make the residents as well as those who want to invest in the city safe and secure. So we need to have a relevant master security plan that is not a one-size-fits-all security plan. We need a security plan that is relevant to the conditions that we are facing in the city.
Teresita, what would make a security plan like that relevant, or what would it take for it to be specifically relevant for Zamboanga's needs?
Coco, there are conditions that are prevailing only in Zamboanga City. The MNLF, the aspiration of our Muslim brothers, the MNLF, we also have some MILF here. That is not within the realms of our local government to solve. Our national government, these are dependencies, and only the national government can help us solve this problem. But those without dependencies, the security plan that will involve our local people, we are more than willing to unite and help in this. Because at the end of the day, we are here. This is our home. So our local people are basically more than willing to do what it takes to be involved, whatever that reliable and credible security plan is going to be.
Before we say goodbye, let me just say thank you again for coming to the studio today. Obviously, there's a curfew. We all know there's a curfew there in Zamboanga. We hope we didn't put your lives at risk by asking you to come over to the studio, Mr. Soliven and Ms. Teresita.
No, not at all, not at all. We have really to communicate to the public, and it is our responsibility to say our piece, because I think in this equation, the business community, the one who's fueling the engine of growth in the city, seems not to be part of the whole master security plan that we intend to put in place.
Mr.
So we
Lin,
hope that
go ahead.
we hope that after this episode, actually I term it as the best of time and the worst of time to be in Zamboanga. The best of time because we were able to see that Zamboangueños can be united and rally behind a common cause. And the worst of time that it came at the time wherein this thing had to happen.
Okay.
I mean the standoff.
Okay. Mr. Pocholo Soliven, Ms. Teresita Uy Sebastian, and earlier Mr. Edgar Lim, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much, Coco.
Thank you. Gracias.
That's Inside